Customer journey management is, compared to customer journey mapping, a ongoing practice of researching, mapping, prioritizing, and optimizing your customer journeys at scale. So this not only overlooks one journey, but all journeys relevant to any business, and also looks at it from a continuous improvement lens. Then journey analytics is the gathering, tracking, and analyzing of any behavior and customer data along the axis of the customer journey. And analytics allows us to get or gain a more data-driven insight into what customers are doing in the journey and where some of the bigger opportunities lie. And then we have journey orchestration, which is actually the process of applying machine learning and artificial intelligence to customer and behavioral data to then analyze, predict, but also configure what is called the next best experience. So think about what is going to be the next touch point for this specific customer for he or she to have a really good experience. This really very much allows for personalization within a customer journey, both at scale as well as almost real time. And as you can see, some of those concepts start being introduced to organizations whilst the customer experience maturity grows. This is not a linear development. It's much more rough than that, but it does show that there is a maturity aspect playing a big role in terms of the introduction of these concepts to any organization. So introducing those concepts, meaning that service design as we've known is going to change or has already been changing for the past few years. And service design has actually been too much about the design matter in itself, but it's becoming much more and increasingly more about service enablement, which is much more a business management matter. So looking at my own perspective, but also in some of the service designers that I see within organizations, the role of the activities and the type of activities that people run through are really changing. We are moving away from, let's say, executing interviews, mapping out journeys, and then prototyping towards running activities that actually help us scale services, scale the mindset of customer experience across the business. I'd also just like to mention what different steps in CX maturity you can observe or expect within any organization. And this is what I call the 5E model. So it starts with exploring customer experience within a business before then actually establishing customer experience or service design as a specific capability or expertise within a business. And especially moving from stage 2 to stage 3, where you are really starting to scale some of the capabilities, but also the focus of customer experience and customer journeys across the business. This is really where the concept of journey management starts to take place. Looking at customer experience maturity in general, or customer excellence, let's say, there is 5 drivers that you could distinguish, where if you want to enable service design or enable customer experience or customer journey thinking across an organization, these are the 5 drivers or the 5 factors that you need to take into account in order to enable the rest of the organization to also become, let's say, more customer centric. So the first driver to take into account is people and organization. And this is just a driver that takes into account the extent to which people in the organization are involved and organized around customer experience. So you could think of, do you have a specific customer experience team, or do you already have journey teams allocated to specific journeys? The second driver is around capabilities and ways of working. Simply speaking, you can have people in the organization with the right roles and functions, but if they don't have the capability to also execute upon their role, then it doesn't get you far. And this is also where the way of working and typical capabilities like journey management and customer interviewing and journey mapping are taking place. The third driver is around what I call beliefs and behaviors. And that's very much about the extent to which prevailing beliefs and mindset and behaviors or habits in the organization actually promote customer experience actions. And the fourth one is around processes, data, and technology. And this states the extent to which those three domains are set up and support the design and delivery of great customer experiences. Think about, stuff like a great CRM system, having all of your data aligned and put together at one place, but also having all of your processes in place to, for example, easily run customer interviews. And the last driver is metrics and performance, which states the extent to which, the impact and effect on customer experience is present, but not only present, also measured, and to some extent even incentivized. So to what extent are people in the organization actually incentivized to design and deliver great customer experience and to put the customer in the center of everything? So if we then move into the domain of journey management, moving from mapping as a kind of like one-off practice into a continuous way of work where journeys are being updated and being improved on a continuous basis, you actually see that you already start touching upon all of those 5 dimensions or drivers. And it not just only touches upon setting up a new way of working where you have journeys being updated and improved on a continuous basis, but also it will demand new roles around journey management or assigning journey ownership, for example. It also demands new processes, new governance processes around journey management. It also accounts for new journey management tooling as well. But it would also mean that we have a fundamental shift in metrics and performance as well, where a lot of more people in the organization will have CX related KPIs, for example. So the most important thing here is it's not necessarily about the concept of journey management in the way of working, but it's really a concept that drives across all of those drivers that help you create excellent customer experiences.